The following is a Breaks Media podcast.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Beck Easy.
Hi, everybody. It's your girl, Joanne.
Hey, guys. It's Trell, and this is
ThaTeam.
And we have our wonderful guest here. Please introduce yourself, young lady.
I'm Adea.
Hey,
Hi,
Adea,
Adea.
our personal assistant.
Yep, our junior
Yes.
assistant for the team.
yes.
And we also have
No.
Our manager.
Adea's mama.
and our manager for the team. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thanks.
How was your weekend so far, Dale?
It was good. You know, I went shopping yesterday for school because
Okay.
no tax freak.
Okay.
It's lit. You was at the
Tax
mall or
week.
whatever?
Yeah.
You was sneaking away in the bathroom somewhere in the mall?
No.
Good.
What year
No.
are you going into this year?
I'm going to my sophomore year.
Ooh, are you excited?
Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, these are the best years of your life.
Please enjoy them.
Don't
This is
rush
true.
it. Don't ever say, I want high school to be over. Slow it.
Sis.
Don't rush it
Lord
because
knows.
If I could make
adulting is
48
trash.
hours into one day, I would, because
Yes.
those are the best years of your life.
Indeed.
Yes, adulting is
These
trash,
are the best
so
years.
enjoy it.
Nell, how about your weekend?
My weekend was popping.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Huckabee. They got married yesterday, and I was able to enjoy that
Team
wedding
marriage.
with my wonderful brother who's a DJ. I have no other choice.
Boogie.
Church today. Yes, I'm in
Praise
like,
him.
holy,
Praise him.
praise him.
Amen.
And we was in Holy Convocation all week, so it was one of those
Hallelujah.
weekends. I was
Nice.
holy this week.
That's good.
I was holy
This is
this
very,
week.
very good.
This week.
What can I say? Oh, last weekend, me and Trill hopped on a train and met our Potter family, Jazzy, in Brooklyn.
Yes,
We
shout out
celebrated
to
her
Melanin
birthday
Court.
out there.
Nice.
And so, listen, we were originally like, okay, we're going to get out there. The last train to get back to New Haven is 1:47. So we're going to have a good time. We're going to leave Brooklyn at like 12:45
Yeah, right.
and come back. So we get there and she's like, that's too early.
Which we knew was going to happen.
She was like, that's too early. So we like, I looked at Trail. She looked at me. We was like, fuck
YOLO.
it.
YOLO.
So we ended up going up there to a cute little bar. It
We
was
went
hot.
to Bleachers,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
Mhm. It was
And then
cute.
Moe's, I think the other
Yes.
place was.
Yes, I forgot
That's the
about
best
that
thing
place.
about New York. You can find them
Oh,
little
like,
holes
yo,
in the
I
walls,
loved
and they just
it.
be like the best thing ever.
We just was walking around this, like around the city.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know what? This is what I want to be able to do on a
It
regular.
was vibes, definitely vibes. So we had a really good time, and then we ended up getting on the 5:23 in the morning train.
Getting back home at like 8 something.
8
I'm like,
o'clock
I
in the
haven't done this in so long. Ugh.
Probably not since, remember whose birthday party was it when I first kind of officially really met you guys?
It was
James.
James' birthday.
Yes.
It was James'
Oh yeah, that's
birthday.
how we met.
Yeah.
Yes,
And at
something.
least it was a diner up the street that you could sit in. They
Right.
don't have that diner no more.
We have
No.
nothing, isn't it?
I
But
was falling
luckily we
asleep
didn't
on the-
leave
on the street.
We didn't leave the Moe's place until like
Like 4 in the
closer
morning.
to the time that the train was gonna
Okay,
be coming.
that's
So
not
we didn't
bad.
have a long wait.
So
but,
they don't have
ugh.
anywhere anymore? Like,
Nah, so
Not in that
You know,
area.
the Grand Central shuts down. You can't come back in
Yeah.
until 5 a.m. So it
Which I
was
think
like
is so stupid.
4:45.
oh, okay.
And I was sitting on some bench. I was falling asleep, so I had to like wrap my pocketbook in close with me. I was like, just in case somebody tried to snag it. But yeah, that was super fun. And then yesterday
Yeah.
we hit the red carpet at
Nice.
Love Day. Shout out to Rejuvenation. Shout out to Timeless Trail. I had a wonderful,
So
wonderful
did I.
time.
It
How
was
about y'all?
cute.
Did I?
A very cute vibe. He did a good job.
He did. It was an event that you actually was happy to go to. Like,
Right.
it was
Right.
worth the entrance to pay. First of all, it was only $15 in advance, 20 at the door.
Right,
But
which
he
is
had
nothing.
like a photo booth there, printing out pictures
That
for
was
free.
fun.
Nice.
He had like 3 to 6 different photographers and videographers there,
Yes.
multiple DJs, and everybody DJ different.
Right.
And I just
It still was a
It was
vibe.
Yeah,
Very
I
upscale.
enjoyed it, and the
Very
crowd
nice.
was nice. And shout out to you guys for checking us on the red carpet. That was a lot of
Yes,
fun.
it was. I had a really good time. The interviews were really dope.
Yeah, that was really fun.
So those will be out soon.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
and
that's nice.
Friday we went to the Kumba Kickback, which was hosted by the R&B podcast, which was
Yes.
a guest on our last show, and they showed us so much love. That was a good vibe. It was a
It
little
really
like
was.
open mic, spoken word kind of vibe, and I really enjoyed that as well.
I
had a great
did.
weekend, actually.
Yeah, I had a really good time. Like, you know how we always say, like, oh, we're looking for
something
like, the
different.
live band, acoustic vibes, and that was definitely it. Shout out to the artist that drew our cute little character picture. They gifted us that. And it just was really nice to feel loved for the things that you do. So
it was all love in the room.
Yeah, so that was good.
I missed it.
Yeah.
That's good. So we all had a good weekend. That's great.
Yeah. I don't even remember. I never remember what I do. Last weekend, we went
What was
to
last weekend?
socials.
Oh yes, you went to the midnight brunch.
Yeah, you went.
Oh, I went to the midnight brunch
Sophisticated socials.
Mhm.
That was so dope. They brought back the feel of Anchor Spa. Because Anchor Spa has like been dead for a long time, so they brought back that Anchor Spa feel.
Definitely.
It was a Drake night, so they were playing all Drake hits. It was so nice. They had food there. It was packed. I had what did I have? Grits, shrimp and grits. It's really good. And then that week also, I went to the happy hour, to their happy hour,
Power hour.
Yes, and then we were downtown.
Oh, so you was out.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We did go to.
We were like old school.
We went to. Where did we go?
We went to
Terminal,
yeah.
and then we went to Zodiac.
Being grown and going to Zodiac.
Yeah,
We went to Kwame's day party.
Yeah.
Totally forgot.
I totally
about
forgot
that.
We was lit the last 2 weekends. Went to his day party. I left and went straight to work.
Right.
After
We were
these
trying to be
heifers
grown.
was out.
And we was asleep in VIP.
Right.
Like
Right.
taking turns nodding. Like,
But it was nice. That was a nice night.
It was really nice.
It was cute.
So we've been out in these streets for real though.
And this is like from now until we come back from
October.
APOD in the beginning of October. We just running.
Facts.
Yeah.
So yeah. So give
that's
us a
about
line, JoJo.
it. So this is, you guys probably won't get it. This line. However, the lyrics are very touching.
Okay.
I used to sing this song every day in the shower
Oh my god.
with the lights off. It's like
lights
my
off?
it's really like my song. Okay.
So it's a song. It's not a rap.
No, it's
Okay.
a song, and it's the genre would be, I don't know which, the
I
person,
don't know what she doing.
right? The person
like, she
when
switching
she's
back and forth.
single, she
Okay.
into hip hop. When she not single, she you don't know, she back to her
God.
other ways.
I don't know. Okay. Let's
Danny's always my girl. She always knows.
Let's
Anyway,
listen.
the struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking sometimes might knock me down, but I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments I'm going to remember most. Yeah, just got to keep on going, and I am going to be strong.
Yeah, I
So
don't
this
know.
must be when she was single.
No, this is prior to her crazy years. It's
Crazy.
She was.
I'm gonna go crazy with Miley Cyrus?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Only
The
because
breakdown, right?
No, only because you said when she's herself, she's fine, but when she's not herself,
Yes, the
Miley Cyrus
breakdown.
is
Oh,
wrong.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
It's called the song. It's called "The Climb." This is her.
I was just
These
like,
are the moments.
I just listened to that
yeah,
song,
that's
like, 2
literally
weeks
one of my
Yeah.
favorite songs.
You're right. She
Okay.
just listened to that like last week. I'm like, why are we
And
listening to this? Yeah.
Miley Cyrus or something.
I can't even
Yeah.
think of the
Y'all better
word.
come on. Our
Good
guest got
job.
it.
Yeah. Danny had it too
Shout out to
because I
y'all.
did the breakdown. She was
Yep.
like, "Yup, Miley."
I didn't even think
I
about
don't
that,
be-
but
I don't
that's
be caring about her
accurate.
enough. So.
Because that
That's
movie, that was a really
accurate, though.
good. That was a really good song.
Yes.
I like
What was
that
it?
song.
What was the movie?
It was
Hannah Montana the movie.
Was it?
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
movie.
Oh,
That's
nice.
old.
Well, shout out
That
to
is
y'all.
like one of my favorite. That's my girl. Like I love Miley.
Not really that
yeah.
old. It
She
came
just
out when I was, like,
divorced
10.
too, right?
Yeah,
Again,
she just
that's a-
divorced.
Again, divorced.
Not again.
No, I think it was she was with him and they broke
Broke
up.
up.
And
That's
then
when
they
she
got back
went on-
together, got married,
Married.
and then divorced after a
Right.
year.
Yeah.
Right. This
And
is why
said
she
it's not
back.
on her.
This is why she's having
That's
a
what
hot
she
girl
said.
summer.
Yeah.
But and that's funny because somebody did. I seen a tweet that was basically like, "Don't come over here trying to be
black
down,
again,
sis."
right.
Like, you know.
Because you was
And she
definitely
came
like-
back.
She does it
like,
every
she did,
time.
like a really good statement. Like she was like, "It's not me. Like I'm about to give y'all answers. Like it's just we separated. Like
It
pretty
is
much
what
don't
it
come
is.
for me."
Right. I respect it.
Right.
So shout out to y'all for getting it.
Thank
Because
you.
me and Trail definitely wasn't.
Definitely
Right.
did.
Really proud of you guys. So switching gears to hot topic.
Right.
You know my uncle has been in the news for his new deal with the
Yes.
NFL.
I was waiting to talk about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But don't go in on him if you have thoughts of going in on him because guess who brokered the deal?
Cool.
Kraft.
Okay.
If you guys don't know,
We
Kraft
love the Patriots.
yes,
And
he's
he
the
do
owner.
be about the culture.
He's the owner of the Patriots, and because they work so closely for prison
Meek.
reform and with Meek Mill, so they got to have a friendship, and Jay was just like, what's going on in the NFL? It's not right. So basically, Jay is in charge of social justice, and I think entertainment too.
For the Super Bowl.
For the Super Bowl and everything else is going on. So people are, mad because in the statement, Jay said, like, it's beyond kneeling, which I feel like it's true. Honestly, what is kneeling getting us? Like, there's still, you're protesting. It's just like it's just like our marches.
You have
We're
to
marching.
actually do some work.
What are your marches doing?
Right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I understand
waiting
that.
for her.
I think that the negativity is coming because there were other artists and other business people who were going to get deals with the NFL, and they advised with their big brother, Jay, and he told them to turn it down.
Right.
So that's number one. You telling me not to get my money, but then as soon as the offer is there for you, you take it. Then in his song, he said, I don't need the NFL. The NFL needs me. Right. So you're making the whole black culture, because you are a prominent person, say, oh, well, F the NFL. You have people that always watch football, that stopped watching football, all this stuff. And then I think, the deal is not a problem. I think the one thing, like I said, is him telling other people not to get money, and now he's signing with them. And then it's also when it broke, your first statement, it shouldn't have been, oh, well, it's past kneeling. If that's the case, it should have been past kneeling when they first started kneeling. And the whole, oh, it's now time for action. Y'all could have been having action before the deal was even signed.
That's true.
You could have been doing action. You've been paying people's lawyers. That's cute. But that ain't no real action.
No, I think paying people's lawyers is actually...
It's a kind gesture, but it's not an action.
No, but he's not... But that's separate from the NFL. Paying people's lawyers.
So but my thing is, you shouldn't have made that statement. If you knew that, because you ain't stupid, you knew people was going to be like, nigga, what? Like, you just told us, like, F the NFL. That was your opportunity to say, this is going to be an opportunity to put on for our black people. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Something like a comment or something like that.
Like you're not for it until you got the deal. Right. Because all this time has gone by, like, not to be funny, the whole incidences and all this has been going on for a while. Right. So now all of a sudden you get a deal, now you got something to say. When you should have been said something. Right. You should have did action. You should have been about it.
So I think it's just a very touchy, like, again, he has to make sure his, his next moves are just letting people know, like, reassuring people, like, look, I'm going to really put on for our culture.
But
it's not about myself.
So I was reading something and it makes sense. They're like, basically it could be a setup for something bigger that we can't see yet. Like, I'm pretty sure he has a greater plan. I'm pretty sure there's a reason for saying to the people that came to him, like, should I take this deal? And him saying no versus, okay, now we're in a good space. This is what we're going to do besides just, I'm going to take this deal and perform at the Super Bowl. I'm going to do a little bit more by creating a system of working together with them.
Right.
So Forbes magazine, I want to read a clip from them. It says, for Jay-Z, the motivation may have been about enacting change from within, though he perhaps underestimated the backlash over working with the league where Colin Kaepernick remains unemployed, or positioning himself to buy an NFL team someday. Maybe not as soon as some have indicated. Either way, the move seems to be about getting a seat at the table, even if many may see him as a sellout and just one step in a yet-to-be completed process.
Yeah. But is
and
he
I think
on
that's...
Those?
What?
I mean, even
if he told no, is he bringing them on? Like, are he making him part?
Even if that's the bigger plan, you still should give some reassurance to your people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Granted, I get it, because some stuff you got to keep quiet until the master plan. Because they did say that he, it's talks that he might be part owner of the Steelers.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
So everything is
but
not,
just telling me no is not cool. Like, tell me no, like, no, bro, I got a plan.
Right.
Or I got you.
Right.
That's
right.
Simple.
But you know how they do. They be moving in silence, though.
Right. And I've been waiting here to say that. You're never going to get that from Jay.
They move in
You're not
silence.
going to
But
get
my thing is, I went to you, though.
Right.
Like, they went to him. It's not like...
But the person that we're referring to came out and said, no, the talks when I talk to, Jay-Z, that's me talking to my friend, but Jay never told me not to do the deal. He was like, I spoke to Flex, and I don't know where Flex got that from, but I never told Flex. Jay told me not to take the deal. Okay. So you know how every time Jay does something, there's reports and people always want to say something, but we never really know the truth until Jay says it on the song, because he's never going to come out and clear.
But you see how prominent he is?
Yeah. And
that prominent standard and figure, you need to use that, especially when, like I said, you knew that it was going to be some type of backlash.
Right. And it's always.
Of course he had to know.
Because this isn't the first backlash he's gotten.
Right.
And he doesn't care. Like, I remember on Wall Street, when Wall Street had they had a boycott. And they had a situation at Barney's. And he worked with Barney's, and everyone was Barney's is a big department for the for the rich. And he worked with Barney's, and everybody was like, "Why are you working with Barney's?" And he was like, "Boycotting is not really going to solve anything."
But boycotting is what we praise Dr. Martin Luther King for. We praise Rosa Parks for.
But
so
it worked in that.
Hold on. Okay. How can he say that? You get what I'm saying?
But it worked in that generation.
I agree with Joanne.
Not working for you because there's no money in your pocket.
I agree with Joanne.
What are you willing to give up for it? Boycotting did work. Boycotting works all the time. What do we have all the time? We stopped riding the bus, not back then, but
look at Chris Michelle.
What happened with Connecticut Transit? It was a while ago. I think I was in high school. And we stopped riding the bus because of the rate, and they brought the rates down. Like my thing is boycotting always worked.
Black people have so much influence. Which we do. That's about to be our next topic. We have so much influence,
but we use it in the wrong. We use our power in the wrong. What makes it wrong?
And because we don't. That's my thing. It's his eyes. Like,
well, not his eyes. I'm not talking about his eyes, because even with the example with the NFL. So social injustice. They're treating our people wrong. They're kneeling. Not all of us.
Right.
Stop watching.
Exactly.
The Super Bowl. Rappers are saying this, no, F the NFL. When Super Bowl was in Atlanta, what were y'all doing? Hosting Super Bowl parties. Yep. You got
people put a dent in it though. It put a dent in it. It put a light on it.
Not a big one.
It was enough for them to say, let's have this conversation with Jay-Z.
Or the fact that one person was kneeling and the coaches was backing them up saying, now we all gonna kneel. Like, it did something. So had it gone all the way through, and us as a community said, listen, we're all going to boycott kneeling. No, it wasn't a boy. It was like, we're kneeling. I don't feel like no one said boy. They did say though, boycott the NFL.
Yes,
right?
They said boycott the NFL.
So I feel like we all backed up like they did back in the day. Then it would have been even, but it put a light.
But that kneeling gave him an opportunity to be able to sit at the table, because hadn't the Kaepernick thing happened and nobody knelt, it would have just been another person that lost their job and it would have moved forward. So that kneeling was effective for him to get to the table.
Yeah,
so don't disregard the kneeling.
Yeah, but he didn't necessarily disregard it. So like kneeling was step one. So now we're just going to stay at step one.
So
what
you
about
acknowledge,
2, 3?
You acknowledge the first step, but you don't downplay the first step.
But we also,
we
also have to see that we only saw a clip instead of the whole.
That's true. And
that's true.
We got it with her.
So that's true. That Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Right.
And that's another example of how our power.
It's true.
How our power works.
So they said that the sandwich came out August 12th.
Yes.
Not until Black
Twitter got a hold of it, and literally they said it was $23 million worth of advertisement.
Yes.
Wow. Free advertisement.
Social media mentions is equivalent to $23.5 million. And this is just Popeyes, because Chick-fil-A is making money too, because they're going ahead of each other.
It's true.
Who's better? Who's better? Who's not? Right.
That's the beef was lit.
So
I love it. I love it.
If this Popeyes is $23 million, Chick-fil-A made money too.
Yeah,
and because of the long ass lines.
Right.
So like today, I wanted to get a sandwich for us to taste here on the episode.
That been cute.
Took 25 minutes and I got nowhere.
Still no sandwich.
Like, it was a line all the way down the street for the drive-thru. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going here. I'm hungry. And I went to Wendy's. So other people are making money because it's such
another alternative. Last night and they ran out. Like we got it was in line. Like they literally have a chicken sandwich line. Like if you're ordering chicken sandwiches, go on this side. And I'm like, and then I'm looking at their little board where they get the orders, where they deliver like Uber and stuff. Right. They had like 25 waiting.
I wouldn't even do Uber at this point.
And I'm like, and they was making them fresh. And the lady in the back was like, I'm tired of toasting buns. Like, and she literally was just toasting them. Like one person was just toasting, the other one was putting it together.
I'm sure it's like never.
But I had it.
Yeah.
We pick and choose what we stand for.
We definitely do.
No, so
I want to try it though.
I went yesterday with my brother. My brother's like, come on, we're going to go. So the only reason why we went to Hampton is because it was a viral video that went out of an employee in the back of the room. He was like, ain't no more chicken sandwiches. Don't come to Hampton. I'm tired of hearing no pickles this, no mayonnaise this.
I didn't see that.
Sandwiches. Yeah, it got like 2 million views.
I did not see that.
Yeah, and we was like, yo. And so we got in. We was like, yo, bro, you went viral. He was like, I know, man.
I'm surprised he still has his
I'm
job.
about to say, I don't.
And so
Well,
he was like,
of course.
I know. And so the manager was back there toasting the buns and just wiping mayonnaise on all the sandwiches. It was crazy. But it was a pretty good sandwich. I can't even lie.
But the crazy
not
thing is,
horrible.
McDonald's had the same sandwich years
This
ago.
is
The
true.
Southern
I still
chicken
eat that.
But
sandwich.
it never
chicken.
amounted to anything
Nah.
because they
But
tried
did
it
y'all
and
see that
failed.
meme? It was like, we'll be waiting for you when y'all run out of money and y'all just need $1. Y'all just got $1.
No, I didn't see that.
We'll be here chilling.
Well,
And then the
Daya,
chicken
you
was
love
just sitting there.
McChickens.
I
They
eat
barely
the
$1.
McChickens. I get 2.
She gets
Every
2
time.
McChickens
That's
every
one thing I
time.
ate from McDonald's.
But they did have the buttermilk sandwich.
Yeah.
But so me and my brother, fat asses, we're critiquing it and we're like,
Oh
the
my
McDonald's one is too crunchy and not enough chicken. Like it's so much crunch you can't
Yeah.
really enjoy the chicken. The Popeyes one, it was just
Girl,
the chicken was
right.
immaculate.
That thing
And
right
the
making me
pickles,
hungry.
the pickles was like fresh pickles. There wasn't no average pickles that they
When
threw on there.
McDonald's had it, it was linked to the Monopoly game.
Yes. Oh,
So I
yeah.
used to buy it all the time because Foot Locker had their ticket up there. So I'm like, I want 25.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good too because I
Yeah.
wouldn't waste my money, and I wanted the
25% off.
of sneakers. So I used to get it all the time. I used to get like 5 a week.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
nah, it ain't compared to that. That
I'm
Popeyes
just trying
chicken
to.
is
that thing
blazing.
it's good. They're gonna have a real long run
I'm trying
for
to
a little
figure.
while.
I'm trying to figure out when is it gonna die down.
If they're
It's
smart,
gonna be a while.
yeah.
while.
If they're smart, they would say, is we don't have it no more. Let it simmer for like a month or two and be like, oh look, it's back.
Mm-hmm.
Then people gonna be like, oh, I gotta go get it because it's
Yeah.
exclusive. Because
How much is it?
$3.99.
Yeah, $3.99.
Yeah, but then Auntie Ma said a meal is $7.99.
Yeah, come with fries.
Fries
and I think
and
that's
drink.
that's the thing too. When you match it with the Popeyes fries, because Popeyes fries is next level compared to McDonald's and all them
Yes.
other places.
I love
And
their
the price. Because
I never
Chick-fil-A
get the
sandwich
fries.
itself is like $5. Chick-fil-A
That's
sandwich
true.
is very expensive.
I never get
Yeah.
the fries. I always get mashed potatoes.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
But my
I
thing
never
is, you
had
can
that.
have a variety.
You can have
get
it if you want.
red beans and rice, mashed potatoes,
Whatever side you
fries,
want.
Right.
So
with,
it's any side.
Yeah.
with
That's
this
good.
great sandwich.
I said I would take the
a money
I would
maker.
take the chicken, put it on a waffle. Like take
Oh
that
my
junk home,
God.
like no bun, no nothing. Eat it with my waffle.
No,
Chicken
for
and
real
waffles,
though.
for
No,
real.
that's
Chicken
good.
and waffles.
No, and it's so funny because we was talking all this chicken shit and
Chicken shit.
Yeah, and me and my brother was like, "Yo, it would be fire if Chick-fil-A had like a chicken Alfredo with their crispy chicken.
Oh my
Cut
God.
that joint up and make it into a.
Yeah.
We just was being so greedy.
That creative. That creative.
Y'all need to do
That's
better.
high talk.
So basically, if it has to do with food, Black people
We
will
on it.
support. So
Absolutely.
NFL, do something with food, and then we will
Yes.
support.
Yes.
Moral
yes,
of the
yes,
story.
That's stupid.
That's
but even
hilarious.
on an even more positive note, this week, I'm so excited about this one. I'm rooting for 2 little girls who are 10 and 11 from Southern California named Jayana and Ayana. I hope I'm not butchering that. But they braid hair. And when I say they braid hair,
Wow.
they braid hair like they've been doing it for years.
And how
Going
old?
10 and
I saw it.
11.
I've seen it
I
on
saw that.
Instagram. a video.
Their Instagram is Anna Slay, ONNASLAY. Check them out, please.
Get
because
that money.
the hairstyles is like, I will go to them. And I always say, I wish I had that skill
I know.
as a side hustler. So I'm just like, yo, they about to make bank.
I
She
wish-
had the
bank.
braid in here hanging like she
Yeah.
had it like on the loop.
Oh, she
It
was
was
Like,
doing
and
braided.
they be
She's
doing
doing the twin.
heads.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
be
she's
doing
doing
heads. So
heads.
please
I
check
wish-
out Jayana and Ayana at
Ayana.
Anna Slay on Insta. So cute. love
I
them.
wish when my aunt had me slaving in her hair shop that I actually would have took it seriously because I
Right.
would be slinging
Yeah.
these fingers.
First
What
of
are you telling
all,
you?
we didn't even know that Joanne knew how to braid. One time we FaceTime, did a group FaceTime.
And I'm at
she
the
in the
shop.
African
Looking
shop.
like a whole African, yo.
I was like, bitch, you could have been doing my base braids. for
Exactly,
me.
yo.
This is true. Sometimes I don't remember the stuff that I'm capable of doing until I actually have to do it.
Yeah,
So
that
I'm
makes
like,
sense.
oh yeah, I don't
That
know.
Well,
makes
you
that
need
I
to
can
get it
braid.
together because I wish I
I
was
always wish I knew how to
Jayana
braid.
and
Right.
Yeah,
She's
Ayana
teaching me
because-
now how to do it with weave. So
Oh, nice.
That's good. Yeah, these little
Lucky.
girls are making bank. So we are rooting for them to just grow up and
Clap it up,
be
clap it
slaying heads all over the U.S.
I just hope there's not that one white person that says, "Oh, well, you don't have your hair
License.
license, so you
Right.
shouldn't be heard.
I'm
charging
sure
me.
they've heard it because it's always somebody.
Always somebody.
White people be hating.
Yeah, they do.
They don't got the good hair like us.
Period.
They don't have the versatility.
Basically, like you said, people hating. That is my "you tried it" of the week, and it just goes to the naysayers and just the annoying people. So, like we were talking about the chicken, and it's funny on Twitter, and everybody's talking about it. And I seen one tweet, and it was like, "Oh, y'all all raging over a $5 chicken sandwich, but you don't have your passport." And I'm like, the correlation means nothing. And you just have the people like, "Oh, Popeyes is trying to get you guys away from the bigger picture. You need to stay woke." Like, I can be woke and have a chicken sandwich, my nigga.
Right.
Like
still gotta eat.
Yeah, I don't get why people feel like they have to go against the grain. They got to be that one person to go against the grain.
People just literally be trolling for likes. People be trolling for likes.
That, and they want that attention.
It's all like,
attention. Oh, okay, I'll be the negative.
It's like I have to be the one to be on the other side.
Right. So I'm just like, mind your business. So
yeah,
all you
one
type
has
of people,
one has nothing to do with the other.
Like, make it make sense.
And downplaying somebody for not having a passport is whack. Because I had tweeted, I was like, "Sis, you tried this." I said, "But ain't no point in having a passport that's empty."
Right.
You can have a passport.
Anybody
got
can
no
get a
stamps in
passport.
it.
Right.
Somebody could be in jail or they're on probation, so they might not be able to get it. So many reasons. Just because you have it and somebody else doesn't make it a negative
Maybe
thing.
they don't want to travel out the country.
Right.
Not everybody likes going international.
Exactly. And that's okay. So yeah, everybody, you tried it. Stop playing. Leave these people alone. If they want chicken sandwich and they want braid hair with no license, let them do that shit.
Yes, mind your business.
Mind your business. So we are going to cut to commercial and we are going to be talking bullying. Stay tuned and listen to our message.
What up, everybody? This is Scoop Grady.
This is your boy AB.
Make sure y'all check out the Inside Scoop the second of every Wednesday. Make sure y'all check us out.
Yeah, man, we dropping this shit every other Wednesday, man, at 11 motherfucking o'clock. Please kill, double fucking kill.
All right, we are back and we are going to be discussing bullying. So Adaya, let us know who you are, how old you are, and have you had first? Can we start that over? Oh, you can always edit it. Okay, guys, we are back and we are discussing bullying. So we wanted to say the definition, the technical definition of what bullying is. So Trail, do you have that for us?
According to Oxford Dictionary, bullying means to seek to harm, intimidate, or coerce someone perceived as vulnerable.
Okay, so you have posted something. We have posted on our story. Do you feel like teasing and bullying are two different things? Do you agree, Dale?
I say no. Wait, no, they're not two different things. Because it's the same thing. If you're teasing somebody, that means that you're also bullying because they can take... Some people joke about it, especially for my generation. People tease other people as a joke. But also some people on the other end may not take it as a joke, might take it as it's serious. So I wouldn't say no.
So I have a question for you. So does it depend on the friendship? So if I'm not your friend and you're teasing me, is that a form of bullying? Or if I'm your friend and you're teasing me, is that also considered a form of bullying?
I mean, no, because sometimes, like I said, like, you don't have to be my friend, but if I know you're joking, I may, like, let you slide with
right.
it. But, like, if you also my friend and you do it and I feel a type of way or not, yeah.
So
you're
the
full
friendship
of bullying.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
it don't matter.
Yeah,
So I guess it's situational.
It always comes down. It's not what you say; it's how you say it.
Exactly. I agree that with Daya's response, we put it on social media, a poll, but it was a little mixed. About 60% of you said that yes, there's a difference, and 40% said no. And technically, there is a difference. I gave you the definition of bullying. Teasing is intending to provoke or make fun of someone in a playful way. So that's the difference. Playful way or versus trying to harm somebody.
Right. And I think it's funny because I was gonna say, oh yeah, it is a difference. Like one is you're just playing, the bullying is ongoing, like you're doing it in intent.
It's way more serious.
It goes by the way the person receives it.
True.
So if you think that you're teasing, but I receive it as you're bullying me, it's different.
Yeah, it's definitely all subjective.
Because even if you're friends and we're teasing and you bring up something that we just talked about, it's like, oh yeah, girl, could you do that? It's like, no, you
like
know,
that's what they just said.
Well,
Yeah, like you could be my
friend.
friend, but if I feel some type of way about what you're saying, then
feelings.
I don't agree with it.
Yeah, and I always say, like, all jokes have a little bit of truth to them.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be joking about my raggedy hair. Like you definitely either talked about me and my hair to somebody else and never told me. Like something derived from you ain't just come
you ain't
out
just
your
get
ass
out
with it.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
You just pull it out of thin air.
Right. So Dea, would you care to explain or talk about any times where you have been bullied or you've seen or observed it while in school?
So I'm Adea. I'm 16. I go to James Hill House.
Okay.
Shout out to
house
Hill
fam.
House, to the alumni there. I used to go to Elm City from kindergarten all the way to 8th grade.
That's a long time.
I mean, my first 4 years were okay. Once I got to 4th grade, I was starting to get bullied by this one person who would bully me like with a group of people about like what I was wearing, about how I would talk. And it would get worse throughout the years of me going to different grades or whatever. And so one time she bullied me. And so then I told my mom, and my mom, you know, shout out to her, she would bring the cops because I guess bullying is like, you know, it's a defense. So people are killing themselves. I just see something on Instagram this morning about this girl in Texas who killed herself because she was getting bullied and she wrote her parents a note and they felt really upset and bad about it. So, because I guess she wasn't talking to them, but I talked to my mom. I tell her. So my mom brought the cops, and so when she saw the cops, she started crying. It was like, oh my God.
Yo, you're me. Oh my daughter for real.
Oh my God. She be calling me black, like we be teasing, like she be calling me words, and I'm like, no, I do not. Your friends do, but I don't. So then, like, once I got to 7th grade, I think it was 7th grade, something happened when she was bullying me and I didn't take it. So I said in class, I was sitting there, I was like, oh, I whispered, I said, oh, she got no edges. So then my friend in front of me was like, dang, say it out loud so she can hear it. And she was like, what'd she say? I was like, oh, I said you have no edges. And then she got mad and was like, don't make me come over there and pull your hair out. I said, come over here and do it. And she got up and walked out and started crying. And so the whole class looked at me and was like, dang, like she thinks she bad, but she really not.
Yeah, it really only takes you that one time to stand up to a bully for you to realize they really ain't no bully, they a punk.
Hurt people.
This is very, very true.
So it's sad. Like to me, as being a parent, it's sad because I was bullied. We laugh about it all the time, but it was serious.
It's because of how you be saying it.
I'm laughing right now because you looked at the camera and you're like, I was bullied.
She threw burgers at me.
I'm not a fighter. Like it's three of us. It's me, my brother, and my sister. I am not a fighter. I'm totally opposite. Becca's the fighter. I would go to school. I would go to school and it was a girl, she would tease me. I started at Hampton High. I was new, whatever. And she would tease me. And it was like to the point of like, she would throw sandwiches at me. Because I don't know if y'all know Hampton High, the D-Wing was always popping. So you would be in the D-Wing, everybody comes out and like, food just started getting thrown at me. And I'm like, who is throwing this food at me? Like real chicken sandwiches.
The big
like,
bitch that wanted to eat it.
Oh, God.
Sorry. I gotta stop
cursing.
cursing. I gotta stop cursing.
Sorry.
So then I'm like, dang. So it was to the point where I did talk to my parents. I think it was different. My sister says it all the time. Like you got bullied between 7 and 3:30. When you got home, it was totally different. Like I had my church friends, I had my friends, so it wasn't constantly being at you. You didn't have social media. We had Black Planet, but my nigga, it took so long to load up. You wasn't even trying
You
to
forgot what you was mad about.
Yeah.
Dial up.
I did go home. My father came and he went to like the my guidance counselor was like, look, she's not going to take this. Like whoever the girl is, we need to bring her in. And then come to find out, she had a lot of social issues at home. Like she had her own issues at home. And I try to say that to my daughter. So it was like, and I know people don't think of it, I think of generational curses because she had a lot of issues at home. Now, and I always say to my daughter, like, people gonna reap what they sow. So now I see her, and there's some issues, but I feel bad. Like, when you get to that point in your life where you could be like, dang, I feel bad. Like,
I feel bad for you, yeah.
I was telling the girls, like, I used to get bullied all the time for being big, and now the same people is bigger than me. Like, I be looking on there like, hey, sis.
That's how it be.
How you doing?
Life hits you hard.
In her situation, when she came home, I was like, look, I can't do this. I called the police. The first time they came to my house, they was like, you want to write a report? Yes, I do. We wrote a report. It was on the bus. That was the first time. Second time, I called and I said, listen, I need you to meet me. We're having a meeting with her mother, and this is what time we're going to be there. Mr. Policeman came. I said, hey, Mr. Policeman, how you doing? We went upstairs. Yo, her mother was like, really? And I'm like, yes. Because my thing is, people need to know that is a defense.
It's serious.
New Haven Police Department has a whole department that does bullying. They look at it online. They follow it. They will arrest you. I could have pressed charges. I said, I don't want to do that. And Daya sat there as an adult, and very mature, and was like, I just want you to leave me alone. Like, just don't say nothing to me. So now they just don't see each other. We do see her.
She go to school with me. Like, I see her now.
So now she comes down.
Because she got kicked out of Amistad for fighting or whatever.
Dang,
so
just
now
tell all
she
her
go to
business.
Hill House with
Don't
me.
say her name.
But like, I just see her, but I don't like. It's like we say hi or bye. We don't really have full conversation, but I just feel like now it's just different.
Yeah, and she did have issues at home as well. So it kind of makes you say, like, dang, like, I have this relationship with my daughter, and I always say to her, like, you'd be surprised who is jealous of you for, like,
The
silly stuff.
Yeah.
Like, the stuff that you take for granted. Like,
And I respect the fact that in the meeting that you had, you were saying, like, look, I just don't want my name in your mouth. Your name won't be in my mouth. We don't have to be friends. Like, I think kids now, it's like we either friends or enemies. It's like, no, we cannot be either. And just keep it cordial and, be able to still be in the same room and just be,
it's such
regular.
a seriousness. Like,
it really is.
Back in the day, we just was like, because you had your groups. You know what I mean? And I always say today, you're going to find your group. You know, you'll eventually find or, maneuver yourself there. And it's crazy.
And it's crazy. So I had posted on my story, like, have you ever been a bully? And I got like 30 plus comments from grown adults. We're talking people that are 30 and over, like 28 and over. And people just was telling their stories. And one girl even said, I'm a product of bullying, but because of it, I became a mean person. She was like, but now at 30, I'm just now realizing that I don't have to be mean. I don't have to always be in defense mode, but I always was in that mean defense mode. Have this look on my face like, not to even try me because you see that I'm not willing to protect yourself from being bullied like that. Yep. And I do have one person that wrote me something, so I wanted to read it. It says, I was bullied in grades 3 through 10 for all different reasons, for being overweight, for being the only African-American girl in my class, my hair, having different clothes for my grades, etc. In school, it was very difficult. I always felt left out of things. In the neighborhood, I would get bullied and the kids would take my things. LOL, I can laugh about it now. The bullies' parents were uninvolved and inattentive, most of them. I was always so soft and naive until I found my voice and realized bullies create bullies. I had become a mean person from these experiences. Eventually, I grew out of it. I'm learning how to be more social, trying to be. I'm getting out of my comfort zone and more. Those experiences made me humble overall, and they make me think twice about how I treat people. I'm more empathetic now, more aware of those around me. I'm still working on myself, though. Since it happened for years, it became normal, although it still hurt. So now the normal is my confidence. So this is a grown woman saying how, it made her be a bully too. Yeah,
kids don't realize that it has lasting effects on some people. Not everybody is able to deal with things like the next person. Like, what somebody could say something to me and it might roll off my back, whereas somebody could say something to you and it makes you want to go home and hurt yourself. And kids are doing that so often lately, which is why I want to reiterate what Nell said about you can go to the police and have them come with you to the school so you can really get the point across that bullying is not going to be tolerated.
Right. And I really appreciate your relationship that you have with your children now, as far as Daya and Zakai, and even like with us being around Daya, like we've had conversations with Daya, the team has, without Nell being there, and just knowing that you do have adults that you can talk to and you can talk to your parent. Like, that's key. Even if you can't talk to your parent, you still have somebody in your circle or someone that's older. That's
my village is the bomb.
Right. So I was going to say, it really does take a village. We were talking to Daya the other day when she was our assistant for our photo shoot, and we were like, listen, we will pull up on you wherever we see you. We will pull up on you. Danny saw her.
Danny was in the group message. Was like, now Daya's walking down the boulevard, and that was like, yeah, she going to dance class. She was like, oh,
I pulled up on her, and I was like stopping traffic. I'm like,
I was going home from school.
I was like, what you doing? She was like, oh, I'm going home. I was like, you want to ride? Let's go. And then I seen her again, but I was flying down the street, and I was like, damn, I can't turn around. I can't go back. I was like, she's probably going somewhere. She was with a group of people. I was like, she's fine.
Yeah. My thing is it also like building their confidence. Like even with all of that, she still, has her times. Like she posted one time and I'm like, hold up. And, you know, I follow my kids. I'm like, wait, inboxing. Like, wait, what? And I had like a bunch of people send me videos like, you'll find friends. Like, you'll get there. You know, you just got to find your group. But I feel like, and I still affirm to it, you know, is this social media? Like, I don't know what it is. Like, it just
kids don't know how to use it. Kids don't know how to use it.
Not for a positive. It's like every time you look, it's inboxing this. Like, I was in her inbox one time. Like, I'm like, it was grown men in there. Like, hey, you look cute, this, that, and the third. Like, she's like, Mom, don't touch it. She's like, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I remember one time somebody wrote her and she went to her father and was like, Daddy,
Jersey.
this random person. And he got on the phone because, you know, you could call people on social medias and check that. But I appreciate that she did that.
Right.
Because some kids would not do that.
No, they would just, you know, see how far it can go.
So how is bullying, I don't know, I interview her, but how is bullying at Hill House? Do you feel like is worse than Elm City, or not trying to stick the schools out, but I know it's
the difference
for you,
between
age group.
It was a different culture for you when you left Elm City because it was smaller, and now you're at this like
bigger.
I mean, it's kind of different. I haven't been bullied pretty much because I mean the kids there at Hill House is like, I don't think they do bully. I think they just will like, if you say something, I'm going to fight you. Like, it's not just like straight
ain't no bullying.
Violence, ain't no violence, straight violence.
It's straight going to violence.
Ain't no
talking.
0 to 100, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't.
Because you did have an incident and Becca had to go.
Oh, yeah. But that wasn't bullying. It just was an altercation in that moment.
Oh, girl.
My bad.
Whatever.
We cool now. We cool now.
Yeah.
So
it's cool.
We mentioned social media a few times. So there's 4 different types of bullying. It's physical, which we obviously know that's fighting. Verbal, which is, you know, the name calling and teasing you and all of that stuff. Social, which is actually designed to ruin somebody's reputation. So that's like spreading rumors that aren't true.
Defamation of character.
And then the cyberbullying, which is the social media.
We went through the second to last one. Me and Trell did. Back in high school.
Social. Oh yes.
Yeah. We were football managers.
I find it hilarious.
We were football managers in high school, and the cheerleaders said that we had sex with the whole football team. We was this, that, and the third. And literally we had an altercation where we was like walking to practice, and they were like walking behind us, and we turned around and was like, what'd you say? Like, and then after that, we didn't hear nothing else.
Nothing else. They just disappeared.
Yeah. But that was the only real bullying.
They was basically calling us thoughts before we wasn't still virgins at the time.
And it's crazy because I never in my life messed with a football player.
And that's funny. My boyfriend, my son's father, was a football player at the time. So yes, I was dating a football player, but literally.
But you had a whole man.
One person.
Yeah, they just was mad.
They hated us.
I don't think they take the time to talk either. And like, I raised mine to talk. So like when she had the altercation at Hill House, I'm like, well, just talk to me, old school. Well, just talk to her. She's like, they're not talking. Ain't no talking. I'm like, what you mean? And she was like, it's not. And it's funny because like Nell said, she's not the fighter. She's the, well, let's talk about it. And I'm not like that at all. So I'm like, Daya, where you at? Oh, I'm pulling up to the school, which I did. And shout out to Big E. Yes.
He's an administrator in the school, and the school period is very good with, I went to the front, I said, oh, somebody is messing with my niece and I need to get down to the bottom of it. Oh, no problem. You know, let me call. They have like different administrators for those things, and they have not meetups, mediation or whatever, those type of things in the office. And I didn't come like my niece on your automatically automatically right. I purchased like 4 McChickens, like small fries, Sprite, because I wanted the young girl to know that I'm not coming here to attack you on the strength of my niece. I am a Black woman doing good things in the community, and I want you to know that y'all need to be in cahoots with each other. Y'all should be building each other up as Black women.
So that's nice. So you brought the food.
When the girl ended up leaving school or something like that. But Big E was like, you know, I'm going to check it. Like, I got you. And then, but he was very assertive. I hit him. I'm like, I'm coming to the school now. He's like, all right, no problem. Like, I appreciate the school. And because, you know, a lot of people say, oh, well, the school has a responsibility when it comes to bullying and stuff like that.
Never really.
And they do. But I feel like the schools are a lot better.
Yes.
Obviously, there's always still work to be done. But I think schools are a lot better now because they are taking it serious because of the results of bullying. So there's programs, there's counselors in the school. Yeah. They're making it safe for you to come and talk to somebody if somebody is bullying you. So I do think the schools are doing better. I also think that parents could work on it because
I agree.
If you make it okay for your kid to, even with respecting teachers,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
if you make it
true.
okay for your kids to go to school and I don't have to listen to you because you're not my mother, they're gonna do what they want to do.
Let me tell you guys something.
Yes, the educator.
Yes.
That is listen, appreciate the teachers. This is a co-parent situation.
Absolutely.
Your child is at school longer than they're at home.
Mhm.
In the school year. That's why in the summertime they be like, get these kids out of here.
Go back to your school, mom.
I did my 77 days.
Right. Send them back to their teachers. Because it's so crazy to me. I'm in the classroom and you're bucking at the teacher. You're going, and she's trying to tell you, your child is not behaving in here.
Right.
And you just saying, let the child not behave. Do you know there's 28 or 19 other children that need to learn too? She don't got time, or he don't got time to be disciplining your child all the time.
Exactly.
You're doing your child a disservice by having them act like that.
Exactly.
Because they're not going to learn.
That's why
the teacher going to be like, well, I'm not going to give you more time when you're treating me like this.
Yep.
Absolutely.
There's other kids
Right.
that deserve to learn, and you just gonna sit there.
That's
true.
why
And I
it
feel
starts
like
at
you're-
home. Like,
You need to know your resources. Like I'm a big advocate on Googling. Like I need to know having two different children, they're totally different. Like
Right.
my son and my daughter are completely different. Like I can motivate her where my son needs a little bit more. So I looked at my resources and I'm like, look, you're not doing what you need for my kid. Like I need you, and I am that person. Like me and my husband will show up like, Car, I need you to go there. And if I can't do it, I'm definitely calling my sister. I'm definitely calling my brother. The resources are there. And parents need to just look for them. Like, ask your people. Like, go around. Like, New Haven has a lot of resources to help you and your kid. Because it becomes difficult. And I get it. You work. Like, I'm a working mom. And I be sitting at home like she'll call me. And I be like, what do you want? Like, what is it?
And
Like a
yeah, I
simple
get it because
question.
it is a lot. It's a lot,
simple
you know,
question.
working and raising your children and doing this, that, and the third, but you don't want to miss or, you know, look past something that your kid is going through, especially if they're not verbal like how Day is with you. So there are some signs that your child is being bullied. Unexplainable injuries, lost or destroyed clothing, books, electronics, or jewelry, frequent headaches or stomach aches, changes in eating habits, like suddenly skipping meals or binge eating. Kids may come home from school hungry because they did not eat while at school because the bully took their food. Difficulty sleeping, declining grades, sudden loss of friends or avoidance of social situations, or feeling helplessness or decreased self-esteem. So those are some signs that a parent can see within their child and say, you know, you all right?
And I feel like the community part is different. Like I used to walk home every day and I knew every single house on that street and those people knew me and those people knew my parents.
Right.
Like the community thing is missing. Like if you see a kid like looking sad or depressed, like
even
where's
if you
the
see
older
a kid being bullied, like say something.
But I think they're scared too. Like
because they might kids attacking the old people. So
she was saying like one kid went off at the teacher. I'm
Yeah.
like, she did like
all
it's
the
just
time.
different.
It's
just
so it's gotten so bad when you see kids telling their teachers to F off and
That's
to like
crazy.
it's so disrespectful.
you would never think that ever,
Right.
ever.
That's
I wonder
wild.
if it's different like for the inner city compared to the suburbs.
Nah, it's probably
no,
worse.
I feel like it's
No, it's equal because I was a terror and I was in the suburbs and
You were the bully?
No, I wasn't really
was
a
bad.
bully. I was bad. I was a bad one. But the thing is, what's so crazy? I was a bad one, but I was everyone's favorite.
That's me.
That's usually how it goes.
Right.
Though.
I'm just gonna smile.
Like
Yo,
I was
that's so
everybody's
funny.
favorite, and I always wondered like, why do these people love me? And I'm so bad. But
funny.
me as an educator now, like I love my little brats. Like they so bad, but those are like my little.
That is true though,
They
because when I was teaching women's studies, it was always these two that just used to try me.
Right.
I'm like, look, at the end of the day, I have the upper hand.
Right.
Either you passing or you're not going to pass.
Mhm.
And then like now they're older, like they're in their careers. Like I see them at the bar. Like I've went to one's like birthday event,
Mhm.
and it's just so cute. Yeah, it's always the terrors that end
It's
up.
always
Yeah.
the tears and the
Yeah.
good kids too. Like they're all my little brats.
So y'all it sound like y'all was the bullies.
No.
Mm.
Becca, you said yes on my poll that you were a bully. You said yes.
No, I
yes,
did.
so-
I had an experience of not bullying. We did tease a friend that was our friend, me, Trell,
I'm about to say, am I included in
Shayna,
this
and
week?
Delilah.
We did have a moment of
Girl,
bullying.
yeah. But it was literally one time we just prank call her house.
Yeah.
And then we got suspended from 2 days by the security guard. I'm like, my nigga, you don't have no precedence on if we get to stay
No
in school or
Well, we
not.
got suspended though.
But we did get suspended
still
for
got
2 days.
He probably made a recommendation,
Yeah.
and the administrators was
Said,
like, "Okay,
Miss Norcott.
Yeah.
Mhm. But it was just a moment because she had made it seem like we disowned her from the group of friends when that wasn't the case.
I can see that happening.
No, what happened was
that
Trail
didn't
had
happen.
these friends, and they were sophomores at Hill House, and then I was coming into Hill House, and I just became a part of the group. And then it was like, who the fuck is this bitch coming in here? Like, sis, I've been around.
Right. I can see that.
But that was only it. Other than that, like you said, it's very different generations. Like our 07, everybody was family.
Right.
Like you can't even say like, oh, they was beefing with them. Like we literally all was family. Like even to this day, like when we see each other in the club and stuff.
All love.
Yeah, it was never that weird.
My high school too, 07 was like a family. I think we didn't beef, but I think we mocked 06 because 06 was always trying to be cliquey. So there was a table and we used to be like, oh, table one. And then we used to be like, so we should just make fun of them. Like
that's what's Haven High, right?
HSC. But anyway,
Was it?
High school.
See, and that's why it's funny hearing y'all because I didn't go to any New Haven schools. I went to Hampton, so it was literally like it wasn't like black and white, but it was kind of like black and white.
Right.
But it was like you had like a group of white that was like cool with the blacks, and it was like so many different tables.
It's
like
true.
we were talking about it because our 20 years coming up. And we're like, yo, remember that table over there, or remember that table there, or this table, and it was just, it was different.
Yeah,
it's like it's some people in your class that I didn't even like. I looked through my yearbook, I was like, I didn't know that
they went there.
My high school experience was totally different. I left my big town high school to go to a small inner city, I don't know what kind of high school,
like trade business.
No,
school.
It's called like not
it's
charter,
like
magnet. And I'm like, okay, no football team, no nothing. It was probably like 80 people in the grade. It was really a downer. Really. But I met my best friend there, one of my best friends there. We had a really good relationship, and the whole 07 crew was really, really, really tight. Actually, we didn't get to have a 10-year reunion, so they want to do a Christmas party.
Oh,
that's
nice.
cute.
Yeah, and someone hit me up and was like, "Why didn't you say you were going?" I'm like, "I saw it."
She don't even respond to
her.
us.
Right, exactly.
Right.
That's a whole
I'm like,
episode.
I saw it. I
Not
might
personal.
go, but I can't commit right now.
That's
like, I don't
funny.
really.
We'll see.
The time has passed.
I mean, for me, our generation, we don't really have cliques like that. I mean, it's like at lunch, you just be like, oh, that's one side of the table, or that's that table. For me, I'd be all with the Jamaican, so I used to talk to a Jamaican. We're not gonna get into that story, but yeah, but
Yeah, don't do that.
yeah, I sit with them a lot. I mean,
You just,
I just stay with that.
Vibe who vibes
friends.
with you.
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Basically.
So what are some key things that you are going to prepare yourself for this upcoming year? Different things you're going to make sure that you do so that you're not being a bully or that you won't get bullied.
Pretty much stay to myself. Like,
That's always good.
Be with like a certain amount of friends, not a lot. I mean, because I
Keep
really
your circle
don't.
tight.
Yeah, and try to figure out who my friends is. I mean, a lot of people I know pretty much figured out who their friends was sophomore year. So I mean, sophomore year might, let that happen for me. So
Just finding out who's real and who's
real,
not,
who's
and
fake,
who's an
and-
associate versus an
Yeah.
actual friend.
Yeah.
Because that's the hard thing,
Yeah,
trying
take
to
your time. You don't
describe.
have to rush to make
Mhm.
to solidify that this is my friend. There's no
Right.
rush.
Look at us. We became friends after we was 20. How
We
old
was all in our 20s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And your sophomore and junior year is like very, very important college wise.
Right. So you got to focus.
Yep.
Because
All that
the end
good
game is
stuff.
getting into a good school. And really,
College is where you meet your real
right.
friends.
Exactly. Because you guys are going to go through
Right.
broke days together, breakups.
Like, let me get one of your swipes.
lunch meals, prepping for an exam. Like those
That's
are
true.
like real life lessons that build you,
Mhm.
to build your character in college. So,
Screw them now.
It
No, I'm
happens.
kidding. Enjoy school. We're
Yes.
super proud of you.
Yes, we are.
Keep being great.
And don't ever be a bully.
Yeah.
Don't be a bully.
just stay
thinking about it,
humble.
like,
And parents out here that are listening, just talk to your kids. Tell
Mhm.
your kids to be kind. The cardinal rule, the golden rule: treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
And these kids are not treating people how they want their siblings to be treated.
Yeah. That's
No,
true.
that's a good
Yep.
point.
That's
true.
good.
How do you want your younger sister or your how do you want them to be treated? Because y'all will pull up real quick, knowing that y'all the ones that someone is pulling up on.
Right.
You're right. So so thank you. That was a dope episode.
Yes,
I think.
thank you.
Our drink today is courtesy of our executive producer. She made some orange mango virgin mimosas.
They are good.
It was blazing. I definitely re-upped.
We're on the virgin wave since we got the teenager
since we got
here.
the youngin here,
right? And we had a late night yesterday, so we appreciate
it's a back to school drink.
Yes.
Yes, back to school.
That'll be cute. I know.
I go back September 3rd.
Oh,
That's 2 weeks. But I go ECA Tuesday.
I start work on Wednesday, the 28th.
Yes.
Wow.
New journey.
Well, thankfully, I ain't have to prepare myself to go back to anywhere because my job been
there all
rotation.
summer.
No more naps. Now naps going to be even more deep.
Listen, exactly.
We napping.
So we have a few church announcements. August 30th is our pre-Labor Day weekend happy hour. So make sure you guys come out. It's going to be really fun. $30 all you can drink, top shelf, open bar. It'll be at Diesel's Lounge. So make sure you come to that. Then we have our live show. September 20th. It's our second live show. It's going to be super fun, super dope. Make sure you get your tickets at the group chat live.eventbrite.com.
Yes.
And then on September the 28th, we will be hosting the Nipsey Hussle Paint and Sip. Shout out to the Lourdes group for asking us to be a part of that. That's going to be super, super fun.
And it's the day before my birthday, so I'm excited.
It's lit. So yeah, those are our church announcements for now. Joe, do you have a positive vibe for us?
It's not necessarily a positive vibe, like a spoken word or a quote or something, but I want you guys to get into a vibe, literally, like get into a mood this week. So,
Good mood.
School is starting on, this week or next week. So I just want you to prepare yourself, your kids, get into a groove, a positive energy. So whenever you feel like you're down, just create a playlist.
Nice.
Where you just uplift your spirits. I know that I have different moods. So whenever I feel like down spiritually, I got to put my gospel on. And whenever I just want to be energetic and I just got some good news, I might put on like a Ross, like bossed up playlist.
Nice.
So, do something that uplifts you right out in the car, because my car is my happy place. That's kind of like my war room. So that's the place that I like to vibe out. So that's what I have.
All right. And make sure you guys share with us your top 3 mood boosting songs. Post them on social media and tag us so we can make a playlist of our own and check it out.
Yes, and we will be going Facebook Live, as you know, our monthly Facebook Live on Thursday. So make sure you are tuned in on Facebook. That is August 29th, this Thursday.
Yes.
And we might play some of those songs as we go to an event that we have that day.
Yep.
Sounds good. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being a guest.
Thank
Until
you guys.
next time.
Toodles.